Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Koopa True. Today I want to talk to you about my predictions and worries about the next game in the Mario Kart series, which will most likely be named Mario Kart 9. I've been enjoying Nintendo games my entire life as I grew up with the N64, and in the past few years I've been collecting a lot of Nintendo games for all its consoles. As Mario Kart is one of my favorite main Nintendo titles, I've been thinking and speculating a lot about the upcoming game in the series. First of all, I would like to start off by saying that Mario Kart 8 was an awesome game at its release, and it still is to this current day. The game is holding up really well, and since they've brought the game to the Nintendo Switch under the name of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the life expectancy of the game has been prolonged by a lot of years. I still play the game online on a weekly basis, and the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass is keeping the game interesting and fun to play to this very day. We are currently on the 5th wave of new courses, which means we've got one more wave to come. This wave will bring another 8 new racing tracks to this game, and this is to be expected by the end of 2023. Now that I'm talking about Nintendo and their idea to add new courses to the game, which they've done since last year, we've come to the subject of my predictions about the upcoming Mario Kart game. First of all, since Nintendo is still releasing DLC content for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at this moment, there is currently no good reason for them to announce a new Mario Kart game, at least from a business perspective. Maybe they're not even planning to make a new Mario Kart game at all. And that would mean that the 8 in the logo should actually be rotated 90 degrees, where it results in representing the infinity symbol. The problem with Mario Kart 8 is that it's just really good at this moment. This is due to the fact that it's the most beautiful looking game in the series up to this moment. For Nintendo standards, it's not really necessary to upgrade the graphics in their games, as Nintendo has its own art style that focuses on beautiful colors and really color vibrant environments. Also, I think the Nintendo Switch is already going at maximum power, at least specification wise, when running games like Mario Kart 8. Graphics aside, the gameplay in Mario Kart 8 is also top notch, as it's balanced really well compared to the older games in the series. I'm talking about the snaking in Mario Kart DS, the rubber banding CPUs in Mario Kart 64, and the cheating CPUs in Super Mario Kart on the SNES, and so on. Also, the item roster in Mario Kart 8 is really well balanced, and since the Deluxe version gives the player the opportunity to hold 2 items at the same time, compared to the Wii U version, the overall experience when playing the game is really great. The amount of tracks to play in the game has never been as high as it is in Deluxe now, where we are looking at a grand total of 96 racing tracks by the end of this year. Take in consideration that it was already a big step up when the Wii and DS versions had 32 tracks each, even though half of them were retro tracks. And speaking of retro tracks, I'm still hoping and praying that Wario Stadium from the N64 version will finally be remade in the upcoming Booster Course waves. Anyways, you cannot talk about an insane number of tracks without talking about the insane amount of playable characters in this game. It will be a grand total of 48 characters by the end of this year. And where does it end, I ask you? At the moment, almost all characters Nintendo has ever made are playable in Mario Kart 8. How can they possibly surpass this in their next game in the series? I think here lies the problem with Mario Kart 9. How can they possibly surpass the graphics, the amount of tracks, the amount of playable characters, the item diversity, etc.? Well, I think they just can't, or at least they cannot surpass it with another big wow factor that Mario Kart 8 has been compared to Mario Kart Wii. The only thing I could think of, and that I'm actually hoping for, is something that they've done only once in the entire series. I'm talking of course about the thing they did back in 2003, and that is Mario Kart Double Dash. I seriously cannot comprehend why they haven't already reused the idea to put 2 characters in a kart instead of just 1. The idea behind it is really awesome, because all characters have a special item, And by being able to choose 2 characters, the gameplay just simply gets a lot more interesting. Do you want to defend yourself by throwing huge bananas on the road, while also being able to shoot 5 fireballs at others? That's fine. Just use Mario and Diddy Kong for example. Do you prefer to crush everything in your path with a giant chain jump? Use one of the babies for example, and you can put your controller down on the ground for a while. Or what about Bowser and Peach being able to work as a team in the same kart? That's just awesome. Well, the point is, there are plenty of possible combinations to make in this game, and that's making the game a lot more interesting and a lot more fun to play and replay. I hope Nintendo will find a way to implement a system like this in their next game, where players could choose 2 or maybe even 3 characters to put in their carts. This all while still maintaining the huge character roster, huge amount of tracks, and also the stable online environment we're experiencing right now will result in an awesome Mario Kart 9. Imagine the wide range of options when giving all those characters a special item or a special ability, and then being able to make the combination of your dreams to put in your cart and to play online with. Well, that's enough speculation for now. I think we should be happy with what they've done to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with their new booster course boss, as the original 48 tracks of Mario Kart 8 were getting a little boring after almost 10 years. The game is holding up really well for now, and that means, from Nintendo's business perspective, there is, sadly, not a good reason to start announcing a release for the successor of Mario Kart 8 at this time. I want to thank you all for tuning into my channel, and I'm planning to release more videos where I will be discussing more Nintendo games. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, as it will help my videos with the YouTube algorithm.